love with the one divine. I hear it calling, only one can shine. This for every kind. I'm talking man, woman, child. God bless your style. I hope you know the time. I hope you're living well, but only time will tell. I wrote the rhyme with you in mind. It didn't need to sell. I only need to feel. With each result, it's real. I'll send a message to the world. I let the stilo heal. So many styles, so many styles. Rockin' to you in follow. So many styles, so many styles. Call you know we're not style. So many styles, so many styles. Rockin' to you in follow. So many styles, so many styles. Call you know we're not style.
Peace world. This is mashup.net. It's an artist-to-artist interview. I'm Dre-T, and we here with Baba Zumbi from Zion 9.
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
It's a pleasure to have you. Pleasure to be in your presence.
Show, man. Much love.
My goodness. So how's just a quick check-in. How's the tour going so far?
The tour's been super dope. Everybody on the tour brings hella energy. There's a good chemistry between everybody. Everybody get along, talking, you know what I'm saying? Just having fun, telling jokes in the car, getting on stage, ciphering together. So, I mean, you know, that's just having that on tour is a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been on tours where it was like static and friction, and it just reduced the fun factor, you know what I'm saying? But right now, the vibe is real cool. Everybody just rocking out and concentrating on the music and getting down, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
My grandfather always, he always taught me history through music, being a percussionist. And over time, when he, saw just growth, he continued to say, your gift will create space for itself. So the question I want to ask is, what are some ways that you can highlight the way that your gift has created space for you?
Man, that's a great question, man. I even like that you bring up your grandfather, man. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I was real close with my grandfather. I would say that, man, like, music for sure, it gave me a passport to the world, like, literally. You know what I mean? I've been all throughout Europe. I've been through South America. I've been all throughout the United States, like almost every state. And I've seen a lot of things that I always wanted to see. But I never, when I was in college, I was like, no, I want to travel. I want to travel. But, like, I think I've taken one vacation in my life when I went to Jamaica. Every other thing place I traveled was on music. You know what I'm saying? And it's like getting to meet people, know different cultures, and just experience life from outside of my own little box, man. That's probably been one of the biggest blessings that music has given me. And then it's like when I come home, my horizon has been widened so I can appreciate more fully what I have here. You dig what I'm saying? Even family-wise, or just living in Oakland, and like, it's just giving me a window to where it's like I feel more like a worldly citizen instead of just like, a rapper from Oakland, California. I feel like I'm part of the world because I've seen a lot of it, and I'm like, okay, people are people. No matter where you go, third world country, first world, rich, broke, poor, religious, classes, people are people. And then we start dividing them up. So that's been a blessing for me, man, through music.
You mentioned family, and me myself being a family man as well. I got a 3-year-old baby girl.
Yeah.
And my question dealing with family is, how do you balance the entertainment along with fatherhood?
The hard part for me is doing this, touring. Where I gotta leave for, a couple weeks at a time, or like, I really don't try to leave more than 2 to 3 weeks in a row. But that's the hard part, because when I get back, my oldest, he got new language, he got new grammar skills, and he's saying different stuff, and I'm just like, damn, I miss those moments where you learn how to do that or whatever. Then my youngest he's just getting bigger and bigger. He doesn't really know I'm gone. But my oldest, he's like, I leave for a day at home. He's like, Dad, I missed you. And it's been a day. It's been like 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going on the road for a couple of days. It's like, and I got to see him yesterday. And he looked at me. He was just like, he just gave me a hug. And he was just like, I could tell he hella missed me. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm about to be gone 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That's the hard part, man. It's because I want to be you know, a part of all the things he learns, and I just want to be there to support him and show him that I'm there. You feel me? Like a lot of times in our community, that's a big issue, man. Cats ain't there. Just the presence, you know what I'm saying? Whether you with the woman or not, brothers don't be there. So I just want to show my children I'm there. And so I try to make an effort when I'm gone, call him on the phone, but it's still not the same. He don't want to talk to me when I'm on the phone or I'm gone. He look at the FaceTime like, what's up, man? All right. Like, he's not even tripping. When I'm with him, it's like, oh, what's up? Let's go do this. Let's hit the park. So that's the hard part about family life, man. It's just being gone.
Yeah. I really appreciate that, just to, not only for me, but for those who are working on that balance. Do you have a particular people that you know that you want your music to reach, a place that you know you want it to reach, and do you believe that it's reaching those places and those people?
That's a good question, man. I think I want my music to reach my folks, like black folks, particularly, because I'm black, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like we need a lot of inner healing. But I also wanted to reach people that are just seeking to find something deeper in life and seek something deeper within themselves. It's like we know it's there, but there's not always, in this society, there's not always that sign that tells you, if you're looking to go inside, do this. If you want to know who you are, go here. You know, our society is kind of bereft of that. And you find it, but you got to be looking for it. So I feel like my music is for the seekers, you know what I'm saying? It's for people that want to reflect, sit back, you know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully, you can have fun and go to the club and do this, but my music is definitely not about getting lost in the drink and the weed to the point where it's fantasy life. And like, that's not what I'm about. That's not even how I live. I've lived like that in parts of my life. But especially at this point in my life, like, I'm all about, like, finding out my connection to the divine, and like we talked about being with family and respecting and honoring who I am and all the, the blood my ancestors shed. So my music is for seekers, and it's for folks that need some upliftment and inspiration. Do I feel like my music is getting to everybody that I want it to get to? No. Is it getting to everybody that it needs to get to? Yes. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. And that's why at a certain point I try to just be humble to the fact that God is always at work, and everything that's supposed to happen is going to happen. So I don't try to get too caught up in my ego, even though I know it still exists. And I know I got wants, but I know my needs override my wants. You know what I'm
How have you lifted? How do you lift those shackles and chains? How do you get that weight off of your brain?
Man, it's a daily grind. Like, for me, like, at this point in my life, like, hopefully God bless that one day I won't have to try to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, one day maybe I'll actually be enlightened, and maybe we'll all be enlightened. And that's really the end result. The end, that's the dream. That's the goal at the end of it all. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, the way I've done it is, honestly, girl, I even remember my brother Dame sitting up front, man, like, we rooming together. That's a real spiritual cat. And he's like, we got in the room the first day. I'm just still getting to know him. I'm like, you watch TV, bro? He's like, man, I don't watch TV. I was like, word, because I don't really watch TV either. Even though when I'm on tour, I sit in the room and I turn it on and just kind of like flip through channels. I usually leave it on sports or a movie or something. But he's like, I don't really watch TV. And I was like, word. Because, in relating to your question, I try to tune out with all the programming, you dig? Like, I try to be very intentional about what I feed my subconscious mind and what I feed my conscious mind. So I don't try to just like turn on the TV, whatever's playing, I accept their programming. Or turn on the radio, and whatever's on the radio, I just imbibe it and memorize it. Like, I try to play stuff that I feel like, I feel this. Like, I like this record, or I want to watch that movie, or I want to see this game, but not every game. I'm going to spend some time in prayer. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to do Tai Chi. I'm going to spend time with my kids. These are the ways you take that thing off, man, because if you listen to them, you're going to be forever chasing Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton. You ain't never going to have enough. Even if you make all the money in the world, you still going to want more. You ain't never going to have enough sex. You ain't never going to be high enough. You're never going to be drunk enough. This is the programming they give us. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to unplug from that because I know, you know, and Jesus has taught us this, Buddha, you know, Krishna, all these different figures throughout time have always, it's the same thing. Like, know yourself. You know what I'm saying? The Egyptians, man, know thyself. That's a basic axiom, and it's still relevant today. And that's what I'm just trying to follow these ancient ideas that have laid it down. And it's a modern society, but we still suffer from the same ancient maladies. So I'm just trying to get into myself, man, and that's the way I try to take off them chains.
Is the hood a place to be escaped?
That's a great question, man. I like this dude is tight, man, because you're making me think, and it's dope. Really, I'm gonna go back to my last comment, man. I feel like the hood is mindset. You know, in your mind, whatever your mind is vibing on, you're gonna create the circumstances around you. So, you know, even like an example would be like a Chief Keef. He was on Pharaoh, made the song I Don't Like, blew up, drill music, violent music, it sounds good, it's catchy, hypnotic. Moves to the suburbs in Chicago, to a white area. Big old house, blah, 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 blah. Neighbors can't stand him. You know what I'm saying? He left the hood, but not necessarily his mind state. You know, when I say the hood, I'm not talking about black people or Mexican people or Southeast Asians or poor white folks. I'm talking about the idea that we are lesser than, and that's why we live here. It has nothing to do with who's in the neighborhood. It has everything to do with why you feel like you're there. Because there are great families in the hood, too. Along with the drug dealer, along with the gangster and the pimp, the prostitute, there's also that single mother that's struggling, that's hustling to make sure her son or her daughter is fed and taken care of. And that takes strength and courage and it's honorable. So it's like, it's not about that. It's more like, why are we here? And why do we feel this way? You're saying, why do we even think of our neighborhood as lesser than? Or why have we allowed them to put us in this position where they can tell us that? You know what I'm saying? And I think it's really a mind state, man. The ghetto is in the mind, and the ghetto is worldwide. It's physical, it's mental, it's spiritual. You should ask those kids, if the ghetto is a place to escape, if you escape, would you come back and help somebody else out? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to be like Harriet Tubman? That's, because when we start thinking like that, I think we're going to be all right. I mean, we're surviving, but I feel like when we get that collective mind state where each one teach one, I'm going to help. If I learn something, I'm giving up game to the next one. Come with me. There's no jealousy, there's no ego. Come with me, let's go. You know what I'm saying? We're going to all reach this place that I found. I peeped it a little bit. I want you to see what I saw. And maybe we can discover more together. Once we start vibing like that, I don't think we're going to have a problem with being like, you know, escape the ghetto and all this and that third. It's going to be like, well, you in that level, that mind vibe, we're going to help you get out. We shake you up, rinse you off, clean you out, detox, whatever. Now you ready to go, let's go. And then we going to get there, and then somebody else going to be like, oh, y'all reached here? Come on, let's go with me. And it's going to be a ladder climbing up, and that's what I pray for, man, and vision.
Papa Zumbi, like I said, pleasure to be in your presence.
Much love, y'all. It's a dope interview, though, man. I'm juice now, but I was tired, feeling kind of sick, man. The interview got me hyped up, though. That was good shit.
Right. Thank you.
Respect, bro. Thank you.
Likewise.